Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pulls up on the wing, and it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Balmaro. And he buries his first look. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded closely. And he gets the bucket.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Guarded by Edwards. Pass to Balmaro. Lets the three fly. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
They immediately found their offensive rhythm, hitting 3 straight shots to start the game.
Here's De Silva. They set a pick. Fires for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Here's Edwards. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Out to a hot start. 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Guarded by Edwards. To the inside. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And he makes the first.
Shooting for the away team.
He's perfect from the line this time.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Guarded by Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team foul.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And so he makes both from the line. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
Minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Stolen. Lets it go from deep. Right wing. 3-pointer. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. That's tipped. Hits the trifecta. Give him 8.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
And there's the screen. Pass to Mirotic. Let's go with a 3. Got a piece of it. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. .103 left in the first quarter. He's off on that one. Driving inside. Pass to De Silva. And here's Edwards. Shot clock at 5. No good with the triple. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Mirotic. Puts it up. De Silva with the rebound.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Count it.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. They're up by 1. We'll get right back to the action. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
Here's the floater. Inside. And he converts the layup.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Three-pointer, Brooks. That shot off. Outside Napier. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Brooks. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Brooks has gotten his first bucket of the night. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. To the wing, right side. Goes up at the stripe. McCormick with a rebound.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Brooks outside. Had the space there, but it's offline.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
To the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Oh, he jams it straight down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
First personal foul.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. On Tuesday, then on Wednesday.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Drives to the hoop. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. There's a screen. And he buries his first look.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Misses the wing 3. Down low. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Can they get it? Oh, he missed it, making him 1 for 2 now.
2 minutes remaining.
And they've been producing at a high level.
No question, they're in a nice rhythm offensively.
There's a screen to the paint. And stolen by Napier. 1:44 left in the second quarter. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
That's his second foul here pretty early in this one. He's got to be careful for the rest of this half.
Pass to Brooks.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
A three from the inbound.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. And look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Misses another. Just 1 of 4 from the floor. Fires the three. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
1:14 left in the first half of this game. In transition, here they come. And a two-handed jam. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
And that one drops for him. Brooks has got 4 points in the quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Driving to the basket, and he dunks it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Finished off the break. 6 points for him.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. In transition, here they come. Finished off the break.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Pass to McCormick. To the inside. The layup off target.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. They're up by 5. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Well, their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
Taking a peek now. Thanks for tuning in.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Guarded by Edwards. Puts up a 3. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
De Silva. Back to Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. These are his first free throws of the game. And he drops the first. And both free throws good for Edwards. Tries again. There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Sends it home from three-point land.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Odin foul. Mirotic. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Tries a 3 off the inbound. That one doesn't drop. About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Mirotic. It's deflected.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Three-pointer off the mark.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Pass to De Silva. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Right side, Edwards. Banked it in off the glass. He's got 10.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Feed the interior. Good things will happen.
Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. They set the pick. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Edwards gotten 4 this quarter.
That's what speed and agility will do for you. Big time play.
Here's Balmaro. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Pass to De Silva. Misses from short range. Here's Mirotic. Out to the wing. Here's Balmaro. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Guarded by Edwards. Here's the pick, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
1:10 left in the third. Here he goes, and the layup is good. Edwards has got 11.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
To the right side, pass to Balmaro. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Pulls up for 3. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Six on the shot clock. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. 15 points in the game.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Well, we thought the ruling on the floor is confirmed. Are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
The basket is now.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth.
It's the fourth quarter.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Here's Napier. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point
At the
opportunity.
line for the away team, Napier. 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Launches a 3. Buries it from 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
The 3. No luck on that one.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
No good on the triple. For 3. Knocks down the long J.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
To the paint. Here's McCormick, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Right side, Napier. Up and over Brooks. 6 to shoot. And there's the drive. Uses the glass on the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Out to the right wing. Launches it from deep. On target from range. Brooks has got 6 here in the quarter.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
And so they foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
On the court.
Pass to De Silva. Out left to the wing. To the wing on the left. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
So it's the home team now. They trail by 11. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And it's rejected. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And a miss there off the inbound. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
From behind the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Balmaro. That 3's off the mark. Balmaro's gone 1 for 4 from distance. Takes the 3. That shot missing. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Just 5 on the clock. From downtown, nails it from beyond the arc.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
They swipe it. And here's the fast break. From outside, off the mark. The 3 is up. He can't get it to go. There's 42 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. for three. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. And they're on the break. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
And count it. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Inside. wiped away. To the paint. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's the screen. Shields. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. They recover it. Fall can't hit. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. To the middle. Mirotic's shot is off.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
They get it again. Here's Fall. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Shields. The layup off target. Outside Fournier. Here's Vezenkov. Jacks up a 3. Traps in the tray. Vezenkov's got 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
First team foul.
First free throw is good.
At the line for your opposing team.
Both good from the line that time.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Fall with the rebound.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Fournier for 3. The shot misses. And they're pushing it up. Shields. Pass to Balmora. Misses the 3. There's the steal. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
To the inside, Vezenkov. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. So he gets them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
There's the pick. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. 8 points for him. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Drills it from outside.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Vezenkov. Off target from three-point range. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
The Basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Pass to Balmoro. Miritich the screen. Down low. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle, just 3 on the clock. And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter of some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. Here's Vezenkov. McCormick with the rebound. He gets that one.
But that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Vezenkov. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Vezenkov's got 13.
First 3 of the quarter and 3rd overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
To the paint, here's McCormick, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And Fournier trying to score inside, showing off a little bit of his touch.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Brooks from outside. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. For the 3. McCormick with the rebound. For 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Evans goes in, and he comes up with the deuce. Evans has got his first basket. To the wing right side. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. They set the pick. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Papanikolaou. Fires from the wing. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Out to the right wing. Here's Quizier. That 3 off the mark. Here's Dorsey. Brooks covering. Dorsey, that's good. Dorsey's got himself on the board with 3 there.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Offensive rebound. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Quizier, and that one's on target from the wing. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Evans. Out to the right wing. Here's Peters. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
There's the pick. Drives to the hoop. Basket counts. He's got 7.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
1:14 left in the first half of the game. Lets a floater go. Now Dorsey. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Dorsey's got 5.
You got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
Yep, that one goes. Brooks against Evans. Brooks feeling it out a bit. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Brooks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
And Dorsey kicks to Peters. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
11 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Brooks. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
The line for 2. Armani Brooks.
And so he hits both. The alley-oop, and that'll do it for the first half. Game time. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
33. In the spirit of recognizing greatness, I'd like to recognize Shaq as our big fella up.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
Thanks for spending half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Now here's Evans. Inside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
We've got Peters, and it's Evans in at the point. No good with the layup.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Shoots the 3. That shot misses. Evans has gone 1 of 4 so far. They've got Evans, and it's Dorsey in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Mirotic. Shields. Off target from the wing. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Dorsey. 5 points in the game. Buries the long-range jumper.
3 points.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
To the right side. Shields. Hits the three-point bomb. 14 points for him.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Now Dorsey. 8 points for him. Makes it off the glass.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. To the wing right side. Mirotic, a screen on Evans. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Mirotic gets the bucket. Mirotic has got his second basket of the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Peters. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
Pass to Balmoro. There's the screen. Takes the 3. Peters grabs the miss. Here's Papanikolaou. And the wing jumper offline.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found the comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin, wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else and flat out choked it.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. For the lead, Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 6th rebound on the night. Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
1:04 left to play in the third. With the drive, and finished off by Mirotic.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Pass to Vizenkov. Offensive rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A sign of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. No good. That would have tied it.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
They set the pick. He takes it in.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
And he jams it with authority.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And the shot goes down.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. They're up by 6. And time for the short break.
Come on, fans.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Now here's Brooks, guarded closer. There's a good screen. Here's Quizier. Can't get it to fall. Brooks covering. McCormick with the rebound. McCormick's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Here's Vazenkov. And right on target. Good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The first one falls.
At the line for two, number 16.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Poked away. And it's Brooks in the corner. They set the pick. Here's the three. No good that time. Brooks has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Outside Fournier. Crafty move. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yep, up for the shot. Fournier knew that one was coming as he got knocked off, but the whistle blew.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Off target from outside. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
First personal foul, second team foul.
On defense, the home team. It's a 5-point game. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The tray. The shot, no good. Pass to Balmoro. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Fall. Wide open look, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
I think he wanted to shoot that ball, but you see your teammate wide open. Be a good teammate. Make the delivery.
Pass to Balmoro. To the paint. And finished off by Miritich.
Now that's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. He was not going to take the soft approach on that drop. Look at that.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Shields. Fall with the rebound. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. He gets it in there.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Miritich, a screen on Fournier. Got that one up quick. 22 points for him.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Vazenkov. Here's Fall. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
The layup off target. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from three-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, well during the break I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. Now they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Evans has gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Mirotic, the screen. Down low. Money!
You remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Here's Milutinov. Yes!
Big points there on the slam. He had a much smaller man on him and took him to task. Just a massive play.
And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Peters, covered by Mirotic. Pass to Papanikolaou. Clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Clearly a foul.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
That's tipped. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. That one goes in.
Too easy. I mean, the defenders were sort of looking at each other like, whose man was he? And everybody thought somebody else was going to guard him, and nobody did.
Inside, here's Fall, and he jams it home with authority.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Puts up a three, counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Guarded by Edwards. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. About a minute into this first quarter.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
Here's De Silva. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. 5 points in the game.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. Cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Pass to Vezenkov. The three. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Now Edwards. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Vezenkov. There's the triple. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Out to the right wing. On target from range.
This squad can't do anything but hit. They haven't missed one yet. Perfect.
They set the pick. Banked it in off the glass.
You know, with that kind of height mismatch, you've got to send help defensively.
Now here's Edwards. Defense right on him. The layup misses.
Bad offense against bad defense. The play looked as ugly as you'd imagine.
The shot by Fournier, no good. Outside Edwards. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Fires the three. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 7. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Down low, fall. And that one goes, feeding him with a lead pass.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
To the middle. Here's De Silva. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
From behind the arc. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. Vezenkov's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Edwards for 3. Pass to De Silva. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. He takes it in. Misses from short range. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen. Guarded by Edwards. The offensive rebound. Got a hand on it. And here's the fast break. It'll count. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. They lead by 5. Don't. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
Yep, count it.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Back to Napier. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
To the wing, right side. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Evans. Here's Peters. Nails it from 3. Peters has got 5 points in the quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
The shot by Evans, no good.
Away team foul. Papanikolaou. First personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's the pick. To the right side. Out to the right wing. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Fires from the corner. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
The defender takes away his space and any chance of him making that shot.
Hits the three-pointer.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Looking to win the run. The shot off that time. Here's Napier. Three-pointer, no good. On the break. Let's go with a 3. Here's Peters. 4-3. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
It takes precision timing for sure.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
Here's Papanikolaou. Over to the wing. Fires for three. Peters' shot is good. Peters has got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
And Napier, here we go. And that one good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Dorsey. Still without a bucket. For three. Offensive rebound. Here's Peters. And it's all from three-point range. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. To the paint. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. The 15-footer, no luck on that one.
Not a single point in this quarter for him. Obviously, not what they need right now. He's got to score.
And there's the screen. Drops in the three. Give him 8.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
So we conclude the first half. They lead by 12. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Thanks for tuning in.
They're moving well on offense. Great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they passed the ball into Shaq, Ernie.
Okay, now we've got some. Thanks for joining us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. High arcing shot. Fournier, the pass to Fall. Here's Vezenkov. Off target from three-point range. Vezenkov's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. The rebound by Vezenkov. Lets it fly. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Vezenkov's got 5 now.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
They set a pick. Here's De Silva. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Vezenkov.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
To the inside. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Puts up a deep 3. Right wing. Pass to Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. That shot, no good. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Nails it from beyond the arc. Give him 8 points now.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay. These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's Vezenkov. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Vezenkov's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
Buries the jump shot. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Guarded by Edwards. This one for 3. It doesn't go for him.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
It's tipped. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
1 step ahead, Allie. Thanks.
An excellent example of concentration there from Fournier. Did a nice job under pressure keeping his balance.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, BA, keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
He drops it from range.
3 points.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Here's Edwards. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. .114 left in the third quarter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 9 points in the game.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Beyond the arc. The rebound by Vezenkov. Vezenkov's got 4 rebounds now.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Fournier's gone just 1 for 4 so far. 3-pointer. They get it again.
First personal foul, second team foul.
First free throw is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Guarded by Edwards. Here's Vezenkov. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And they're on the run. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And he drops the first. So he gets them both. Up in time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Up by 12. And time for a short break. Stay right there. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot That's how you orchestrate it.
Away team foul.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both shots. Here's Evans. Here's Papanikolaou. Lets it go from deep. Sends it home from three-point land.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Another shot. And the layup is good.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Here's Evans. Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Stolen. And stolen by Napier. He's guarded by Napier. Here's Papanikolaou. Out left to the wing. The three ball. Pass to Dorsey. From the arc. That one is off.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Sinks it from distance.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Count that bucket.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Snatched away. Here's Papanikolaou. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Now here's Napier. Defense is right there. Hey, from beyond the arc. Knocks down the triple.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them. Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To the middle. Clock at 4.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
The visitors with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Here's Evans. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Left side Napier. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Cuts off the pass. Here's Peters. Off the mark there with a three.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range. They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
To stop the run, pure from three-point range. Evans has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's the three. Knocks down the long J.
Their focus has been terrific. They really put on a clinic here today.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Fires from deep. Not going to go that time. Here's Peters. Lots of room. Shot's no good. Made 4, he's missed 4 now. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
From outside the arc, drills it from deep.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
Here's Evans. He's guarded by Napier. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. He's off on that one. Out to the wing. There's the steal. Launches a three. That shot is off. And so the home crowd treated to a win. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with...
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Edwards drives in. Miričić grabs the miss. Pass to Bolmaro. Releases. Miričić the screen. And that one drops.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. That shot misses. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. When I asked him how hard it is to game plan for Paul George, he just chuckled. He said he's one of the hardest guys in the league to guard. I really challenged our team to make sure we're communicating whenever he has the ball. It will be, as always, a team-first approach to slowing down PG-13. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Free throw good, Edwards. Poke loose, tries to save it. The three. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Shields. And he's good on the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Edwards looking it over. Pass to De Silva. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Mirotic throws it down.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Up top, Edwards. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Edwards got 5.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
No good with the finger roll. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to De Silva. Out to the right wing. Lucic. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Here's Balmora. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
They get it back. There's the 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Three-pointer. De Silva with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. They set the pick. No good with the triple. Pass to Balmora. Mirotic the screen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Fires for 3. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. He's got 5.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Leading by some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
Brook Brooks right side. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
From deep. And it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession on Monday and then on Tuesday. Giffey. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Off target from the wing.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Pass to Napier. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's Gozier. No scoring in this one. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
A beautiful reverse layup.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Now here's Brooks. Napier covering. The drive by Brooks. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Pass to McCormick. No good there. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And it goes down 2 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Here's McCormick, and he jams it with authority.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. 1:52 left to play in the first half. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Ball stolen.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Down low. Botches the breakaway layup.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Brooks covering. Lock at 6. Giffey beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
I mean, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 7. And so out of bounds it goes. And they retain possession. 9 seconds left in the first half. And here's Brooks from outside. That one doesn't drop. 1 second left. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that concludes the first half. They're up by 7. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your...
And seeding is obviously an important part of a title run. Shaq, in your 4 championship seasons, your teams were all... And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the home team.
Their bench came in.
And that concludes...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I guess you could say his performance transcends this stat sheet.
Well, he's a great competitor. He makes positive plays at both ends, and he's a great teammate as well.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. There's the pick. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. And that one is stuffed right through.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
Oh, here's Edwards. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. To the right side. The time for the ball. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track. Disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Good on the three-point shot. Edwards got 5 points now in the quarter.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Inside, Edwards gets a hand on it, and out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
Pass to De Silva. Here's Edwards. And a missed layup.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Cranes the three-pointer. He has 6.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Pass to De Silva. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
To the middle. And that one is hammered home.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And that one, good. Edwards got 7 points for the quarter. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Outside Mirotic. And he banks in the layup.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Launches it. A shot, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Pass to Balmaro. And 1:01 left to play in the third. No dice on the putback jam. Lucic. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Now here's Edwards. 12 points for him. Off with the layup. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Balmaro. The three-pointer off the mark. Balmaro's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He's got 6.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Drills it from outside.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Got it off in time, and that one released in time, but no good. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 14. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. To the paint. He can't get that one to fall. Goes up, rips down the breakaway slam.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Here's the screen. Three-pointer, Brooks. He can't hit that time. Brooks has gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. In the corner, Napier with it. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And both free throws good for Napier. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And he goes in for the dunk.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. They set the screen. No good from the wing.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. The 3-ball. No good that time. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Nice open look, but it's no good. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
Lets the three fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Right wing. And it's off from three-point range. And he commits the intentional foul. In the NBA, helping establish academies and even leagues, Greg, on foreign soil. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to De Silva. Shoots over Mirotic. De Silva, no good. To the inside. A big dunk at the end of the break.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
To the left side wing. Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What rains from outside. Wow. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Shields.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the wing right side. There's a screen. The three. They get it again. Off target with the jump hook. Shot on the way. Here's De Silva. And stolen by Mirotic. They're running. Shields. That's tipped. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
To the right wing. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the away team, number 1.
So he gets them both. There's 47 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Over to the wing. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Lots of room. And he hits the jump shot. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Off target from 3-point range. And here's the fast break. From downtown. That one misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control.
Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready for the special NBA presentation. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2, 0.
Hits both from the stripe. On the take, uses the glass on the layup.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
To the paint. Here's Vezinkov. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Wide open look. That one falls. Up and in on the layup.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Gets the 3 to fall.
Number 1.
He's got 5.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
To the right side. Takes the 3. Hits the trifecta.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And they're pushing it up. 19-footer. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Vezinkov's got 7 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Balmaro. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. Over to the wing. Takes a 3. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's Zinkov. He's got 7.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
From deep. The kick out to Fournier. Ball passes to Fournier. Crafty move and rejected. They're running. Launches it from deep. Balmaro no good. And there's 1:38 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Zinkov. Second chance effort. Yep, that one's good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Mirotic. He buries it from 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think you got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Here's Balmaro. Out to the right wing. Fournier covering. 6 on the shot clock. Misses a 3. And here's the fast break. It's good. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Here's Mirotic. 14 feet away. No good that time. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Up by 1. And we'll bring you the start. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
Now here's Brooks. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness. Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Off target at the rim. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Peters. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes. Peters has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Three-pointer, Brooks. Connects from downtown.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Evans. Oh, he took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. Instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, a strong move to the rack draws that foul.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. And so he hits both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Peters. There's the 3. Sinks the tray. Peters has got his second basket on the night.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And there's a pick. The shot. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Peters, no good. Six to shoot. Drives to the hoop. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. It's a neck-and-neck game in Chicago. Here's Papanikolaou. That three off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
On the wing, Brooks. There's a screen. Fires the three. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Here's Peters. The three is up. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You'd like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Driving in, McCormick. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Papanikolaou. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. 1:04 left in the first half. Brooks outside. From downtown. And no good. Brooks has gone 2 of 5 from the field here. Pass to Dorsey. The three. That shot missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's McCormick. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Evans. Drains the triple. Evans has got 7.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Launches it. Buries it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Dorsey. Good if it goes. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
You take a look at the home team, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part. Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed. Glad you could join us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Tries it from 16. Count it. He has 6.
Looked like some confusion defensively that time. Left him wide open for a nice look on the jumper.
There's a screen. And he banks in the layup.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
It's stolen away. For the lead. Fires in the triple. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
Going inside, out to the right wing. Knocked loose. And they're running. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Fournier covering. They set the pick. Soft touch off the glass.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Good on the shot. Fournier covering. Drops in the 3. 7 points in the game.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul, first team.
As an NBA player, I think you have to be willing to embrace contact, and Evan Fournier does it right there.
Fournier hits them both. And there's the drive. And there's the basket. And the whistle blows. Chance at a 3-point play here. Going to the line for 1.
First personal foul.
And he goes in for the dunk.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Pass to Balmaro. There's a screen. Off with the layup. Balmaro's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Here's Fournier. Blocked! And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
Two minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Vezenkov. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside. Fournier covering. 1:43 left in the third. They set the screen. There's the triple. Hits a 3-pointer. He's got 10.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Can't get it to drop. Fournier's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Here's Mirotic. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Vezenkov. He shoots. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. Vezenkov's got 11 points. Fournier covering from outside the arc. Second shot opportunity. Mirotic can't get it to go.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Kept alive. Pass to Vizenkov. Outside Fournier. To the wing, right side. There's a screen. Lets the three fly. Sinks it from distance. Fournier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. They're up by 5. And we're coming. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. Despite the lead, coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. BA?
Thank you for that, Allie. There's a screen. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Evans. Here's Peters. The shot won't fall. 4-3. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Evans. Brooks defending. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
From deep. Doesn't go that time.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Pass to Evans. Here's McCormick. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution on the court.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Evans. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Evans has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
To the left wing. Here's Balmaro. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Evans. Here's Papanikolaou. And he stays with it. Pass to Evans. Here's Dorsey. Nails it from 3.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
From deep. He drops it from range.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And that one's good.
He doesn't have the quickness of some guys, but he sees everything, including that opening.
With the drive, they get it back. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Padding the stat sheet, getting the board and the hoop all on one play.
Yep, he's earning his coach's appreciation. From behind the arc, Evans, that's good.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, the coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Pass to Mirotic. Shot clock at 6. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Over to the wing, knocked away. Here's Balmaro. Hits the trifecta. Here's Papanikolaou. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. For 3. He buries it from 3.
3 points.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready.
Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Shoots the three. No good that time. Pass to Vizenkov. Let's go. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
3 pointers off the mark. Here's the three. And that one is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. That three off the mark.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
Left side, Edwards. And he gets it to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Edwards defending. Pass to Vizenkov. Count it, good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Puts up a three. Fournier pulls it down.
A one-time foul. Silva. First personal foul. First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Edwards defending. Pass to Fall. It's Fournier on the wing. No good from outside. Takes the three. Here's De Silva. Off target with his three.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Driving inside. Makes it off the glass.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Can't get it to fall.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
It's deflected. Picked him clean. Pass to Fournier. 1:21 left in the first quarter.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
From past the arc, it's good from long range.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Edwards defending. Pass to Vezenkov. Shoots. It's hauled in by Edwards.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 7 points in the game. 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Vezenkov. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Fires the three. Four on the clock. They set the pick. Here's De Silva. And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
They've got Evans, and it's Papanikolaou in at the small forward. To the paint, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
We've got Peter, and it's Papanikolaou in at the small forward position.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Here's Milutinov. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter.
And once in a while, a team will have this kind of night where nothing is working, but it's still early. They have a chance to play themselves out of this funk if they just keep battling. Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Got that one up quick. Evans has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Evans with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Milutinov. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
First team foul.
And so here's the home team. They trail by 7. And Dorsey kicks to Peters. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Bucket is good.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
There's Papanikolaou. And the 3 off target. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Giffey buries the long-range jumper. He's got 8.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Here's Dorsey. He has yet to score.
Credit to him for trying to get that 3 right back. Missed the shot, but that's a fighter's mentality.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Offensive rebound. Stolen away. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. Drills the three-pointer.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And that one, good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Chalk up 2 there. Dorsey's got 5.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Peters. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Peters has got his first bucket of the night. Driving to the basket. Napier, that one's in, his first shot this game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Papanikolaou. Hasn't made one yet.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Now here's Napier. 9-point game. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. And the 3-ball is good. Napier's got 5 points in the quarter. He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we've finished one half of basketball. They lead by 12. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
They're playing the way they're supposed to. Run the offense until you get a good look. Not complicated at all.
I disagree.
And now let's... And that is a wrap.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. To the middle. It's picked off. Edwards inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Edwards got 6. Edwards gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Edwards defending. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Out left to the wing. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Fournier. Three-pointer. The shot will not fall. Fournier's gone 1 of 3 on the night.
Third team foul. Number 77. First personal foul. First team foul.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. And stolen by Fournier. Fast break, here they come. Here's Fall. And it's in there. Fall's got his second bucket tonight.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
There's a good screen. Pass to De Silva. And here's Edwards. Launches a three. Fall with the rebound. Here's Vezenkov. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And the first one drops.
Number 13. Taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Tries it from 19. It's not going to go for him. And that's going to be a travel. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Edwards defending. A 15-footer. That one goes. Count it.
Taking full advantage of a gap in the mid-range coverage.
Misses the three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Outside Fournier. Lets it go with the three. Knocks down the three ball. Fournier's got 6 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to De Silva. And there's the drive. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that shot was huge as they try to stem the tide here and hang on to the lead.
Here's Vezenkov. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out. And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
For the tie. That shot off the mark. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory.
Number 77. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
1:06 left in the third quarter. For three, Edwards. Fall with the rebound. Fall's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
.52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Edwards. Up and in on the layup. 8 points for him.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Here's Papanikolaou. Beyond the arc. De Silva with the rebound. Papanikolaou's gone 1 of 4 from the field. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Right wing. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Hits it from three-point range. Edwards got 11 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
The shot by Dorsey, no good. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Up 8. And come. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game. Almost like he had a sixth sense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. They've got Evans, and it's Dorsey in at the 2 guard. Peters misses.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
In the corner, Napier with it. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Now here's Evans. Napier covering. Evans attacking, and the dunk by Evans.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First one falls for him.
Shooting for the away team. Giffen, 2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Got a piece of it. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Napier. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
They set the pick. The shot by Evans, nobody around. A 3-pointer, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
On baseline, Jay. Covered by Evans. Takes it inside. Off target at the rim.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Here's Peters. Can't connect from long distance. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
No good again that time.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Inside. Here's Dorsey. Buries it from 3-point range.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Dorsey's gone 2 of 4 from distance tonight. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drained a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Confident play we're seeing out of them.
Yeah, and the scoreboard tells the story.
Giffey offline with his three. Now Dorsey tries it from 19. That one drops for him. Dorsey's got 5 points now this quarter.
He'll be asking for some lottery numbers later if he keeps knocking down shots like that.
The tray misses the target. That drops him to 40% now. 4 of 10. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
1:15 left in the fourth quarter. That one doesn't go. Here's Milutinov. And the wing jumper offline. Giffey. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
Market time of death. Does that mean we get to officially enter garbage time? I vote hopefully yes.
Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Milutinov. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. 34 seconds left in the game.
Whoa, the solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Corner shot. That shot off. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were...